Welcome on into today's NFL pick video play for Sunday, January 14th, 2018. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Give our lean on where we feel the better value is going to be on the over-under. Currently, we're seeing the total at about 41 to 41.5 points, which is a relatively low number, especially when you compare it to some of these other matchups here in this weekend's action in the postseason. But again, not a big surprise to see this as a relatively low number because both of these teams, some of the top-rated defenses in the AFC this year, and also it's an up-north game in the month of January. It's going to be very cold, and when the temperatures get as cold as this game is going to be, it kind of pushes the advantage a little bit more to the defensive side of the ball. It's going to be very uncomfortable, and offenses, when things get really cold, they tend to like to run the ball a little bit more often, so getting a lot of points up there on the board for both teams is not going to be the easiest task here, especially when going against very solid defensive units. So Jacksonville, of course, second in the NFL in total team defense. And this is a team that's really built for playoff success, given the fact that they're one of the most dangerous defensive teams in the league, but also they were the best rushing team in the NFL this year. If they're able to control the clock, the time of possession, and pick up a lot of consistent yardage through their ground game, they could potentially have success here today, even though it's going to be a tough road atmosphere against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are a franchise that's had a lot of success and experience in the postseason, and that can certainly play in to these battles as well. But the Jaguars, they're no slouch on the offensive side of the ball themselves. They were fifth in the NFL in scoring. Part of this is predicated on the fact that their defense set them up for success so often this year that they were able to get more points on the board that way, but still fifth in the NFL in scoring, second in total team defense. One of the better all-around teams that we saw in the NFL this year, just strictly in terms of the numbers that the Jaguars were able to put up. They had a plus-minus of positive 10, which is very good. You compare that over to the Steelers, who were seventh in the NFL in total team defense, eighth in scoring, and they had a plus-minus of positive 6 points this year. And this is a Pittsburgh team that really relies a lot on their pass game. They were third in the NFL in passing. And when you're a team that throws a lot, you don't necessarily want to play in these type of conditions that we're going to be seeing here today. They were 20th in the NFL in rushing. And if this gets into one of those field position type battle games where both teams are trying to really move the ball consistently on the ground, the edge in that case would go to the Jaguars. So we see this as being one of those games where both teams probably don't necessarily mind running the clock a little bit, leaning on their defenses, playing a little more of a field position type battle. And with that being the case, we see this as being a lower scoring game. You just see Jacksonville in their opening playoff win taking down the Buffalo Bills by just a final of 10-3. So clearly a team that doesn't mind playing in a lower scoring playoff battle. So we're going to go ahead and side with the under here in this matchup, under 41 to 41.5 points. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. If you disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our plays over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description. Be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.